Hey guys, welcome back to the new video. So what we are looking at now is the new interface for Google Bard, which they did a couple of updates on, and we are going to go over them in detail. The first one I wanted to discuss here are something called extensions. So what are extensions? So extensions help you to bring the Google ecosystem together and integrate it with Bard. So by default, you have Google Flights, hotels, Google Maps, and YouTube integrated with this. But however, Workspace is not integrated by default. If you want to enable Workspace, you have to do it. So all this says is Bard will have now access to this, and it is my email. So access the information from Google Workspace like your email, documentation, share parts of your conversation and other relevant with Google Workspace. So Bard and other extensions use it, may be shared, it's included. So what Bard also says is no human will use it, only their AI might use this for training purposes. So that's what they mention here. So let me go back to my chat here, and so let's look at some couple of prompts. So I recently attended an event called Intel Innovation. So just to show you that, I'll go to my email, and if I type Intel Innovation, I should see many emails regarding that here. Let me show you that. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so if I just type Intel Innovation here, okay, so you will see some couple of emails from Intel Innovation. So what I want this to do is, let me go back here and let me say, show me the emails from Intel Innovation, and let me see if it's able to list all the ones that are there. So this is just the mundane stuff what you can do with the plugins which we are covering. And basically, yeah, it listed all the emails, and I can just go and let me say, if you want, you can ask more about event surveys and other stuff. So you are free to do that. And if you want to use a specific of any of this, so you have to just do an @. So if you only want to look up your Gmail, you can do this. If you want to do Google Docs, you can do this. So let me say, do I have any links for Udemy in my Google Docs, which are there? So it is going to point me to the docs where there are Udemy links. And if I go here and click on this, so this was a doc where I generally store, where I do promote some of my coupons for the course. And I think the other one was some instructor session I had attended. So it was mostly about that, like do's and don'ts for a course. So that's the next part. And similarly, let me also say, find flights for me to India during Thanksgiving, and based on past, predict the best time to book tickets. So let me see if it's able to resolve this. Okay, so it is able to do that, and it also gave me some suggestions. So yeah, it says based on this is in September to the best time to book is from September to early October. This is because airlines typically release their holiday flight schedules a few months in advance and tends to be lower. So yeah, if you are pretty much into travel, you can do this. Or if you want more ideas, you can also try this. So we can say plan a visit, right? So I can say plan a visit, show me flights to visit my aunt in Madrid in first week of in the week of December 2022. Give me gift ideas and other stuff. So yep, it can do that too, wherein you can interface multiple plugins together to generate the results for you. So it's first using the Google plugin, and then it's probably going to use any other plugin to give you gift ideas what you could use here. Cool. So that covers it. And the other one I wanted to show you is we have the YouTube one. So in YouTube, let me say, so show me a video tutorial on how to master system design for L3, L4 interviews. So to come back, L3, L4 is generally a term used in Meta, and probably in other companies they use E3 and E4 too. So E3, E4 or L3, L4 are generally the entry and entry plus 2-3 years of experience level in those companies. So they generally tend to focus on low level system design. They generally tend to focus on system design at a very higher level. They are not going to ask you to elaborate on much greater detail, whereas for senior engineering interviews, probably L5 and L6, they're going to go in greater detail. So basically that's what I'm asking here, and let me see if this is able to find some good tutorials for that here. Cool. So it gave me 20 system design concepts in this. The 4 type of system engine, it's not right. I asked for system design. So yeah, this is system design. It's a good source. And probably system design feedback, Tesla. Yeah. So it's giving you some designs. Some may be accurate, some may be not. But yeah, it gave you a couple of links here. And probably I think I looked at it. So it's generally based on views is what it does list. So after flight, so let me say, let me ask, give me some ideas to visit concerts in Levi's stadium. Okay, so let me see. It's gonna use Google Maps here, and it's gonna give me the routes. How could I go from there from my current location? Okay, and let me specifically ask it with maps. I didn't enable maps here, so let me enable maps and ask this question. Okay, so if it does not give you the right results, just make sure you always enable that here. So yeah, it gave me all the path here, and I can ask a follow-up question. Give me the estimated time from for driving versus public transit. Okay, so it should give me that. Cool. So yeah, it gave me the directions here. If I just click through that, it gives me how could I go from there to there. And the next follow-up question would be, I need a hotel in SF for probably, let me say, September 30th for 2 nights. And let me see if it's able to find me one. So yeah, it enabled Google Hotels by default. And now we are going to see this one. And okay, now let me ask it to sort by price and ratings near Mission Street. So yeah, or if you have any other street in mind, you can provide it, and it's gonna work. And I've looked it up. It does not provide Airbnb, so it's probably any hotel that's listed is what you get here. So yeah, I think probably Airbnb might roll this out on their own platform someday, and it's gonna do that. And now let me say, can you list by DESC? So DESC basically is descending order. So if you are going to query anything, I'm just asking it to sort it, give me the most expensive places. So initially I asked it in ascending in the ascending order of price. So now it gave me the descending order of price here. So that's all I had. And in the follow-up tutorial, I would be looking into the very popular ones that are floating around in social media and other places, which are good use cases of BART plugins. So that would be the next part of the tutorial I would be doing. So the first part just gives you an intro of what are plugins. So plugins basically are if you have used ChatGPT plugins. So the idea here is all these large language models have a cutoff date that they only are aware of a knowledge till probably 2022 some date or 2023 some date based on when the model was released. And post that date, they don't have knowledge of current events in the world. So the data they are providing to you is not real time. So with this plugins, they are now able to talk to the real world like YouTube or any other platforms based on their trained knowledge and give you better results. And with workspaces, they now are able to connect your own data repository to large language model in a no code environment so that you can talk to your own data and instead of doing a search, which is an ineffective way of doing it, which hurts your own productivity. So this is an efficient way of doing it. However, the downside might be security, that if you are linking it, I don't know if this data is going to go out to the outside world or not, because Google pretty much claims it's not going to go out, but we all know hacks do happen and data does go out. So just be careful if you are very private to some data. It's totally up to you if you want to connect it or not. And at workplaces and other stuff, do make sure to read your policies, because Samsung and some places are very specific not to link their corporate data to the external world because some data got leaked. So that's the onus should be on you to follow what guidelines happen at your own workplace. However, with respect to your personal data, the choice is totally yours what you want to do. If you are pretty much into privacy and worried data might leak, then you might choose to skip it. If you are okay if this goes out, it doesn't matter. It is just some newsletters I get, just some non-important emails I get. I don't have any of my personal critical information here. Yeah, then it doesn't matter. So thank you for joining. I hope this helps.